What's up, YouTube? This is CRX, dude. Here it is like March 25th, 2020. We're still in quarantine. I just want to do a video today on how to remove the rear cross member, rear subframe on 88 to 91 EF Civic CRX. They're all the same. First off, the tools you're gonna need: a hammer and pickle fork, or a joint spreader, or whatever you want to call it. If you want to try to save the bushings there. Also gonna need the needle nose to remove the cotter pins, and then a 17 and a 19 millimeter socket probably, and then also the 17 millimeter wrench and a 14 millimeter the 14 millimeter to remove the bottom fork there, and then also a 12 millimeter to remove the rear sway bar. So I know there's probably, you can do it like a little bit easier than this, but I always like to remove stuff to get it out of the way. So first thing we are going to do is grab our 10 and grab that. We'll start on the inside here. Excuse my garage, it's pretty dirty. This is a parts car that I'm currently parting out, so I thought it would be a good candidate to make this video. First thing you're going to do is remove the there's a couple clips here on the steering column cover. You just pop them off there. Then you're going to pull the cover back. At the bottom here, you're going to expose a 10 millimeter socket, which holds the joint. You can actually remove this cover. There's some small clips here. You just turn them off or back them off. You may be able to use a 10 millimeter socket on them if they're too stubborn. Like that side, of course. Let's try to pop this bad boy off. So I can't get in from the driver's side because it's too close to the wall, so I'm having to work in a really tight conditions here. That guy off. Okay. And we got the cover off here. Set that to the side. And then here we go. There's a 10 millimeter right there on the bottom. I don't remember exactly what the steering wheel joint is called. I'm sure somebody will mention it in the comments. So, there. Somebody not too long ago hit me up for this actual joint. This is off a manual CRX. So, if it was you, shoot me a message again. I'll get back to you. Try to get it out if you still need it. I'm just starting my website. I have the website already, but I gotta make it a little bit better. It's called crxdude.com. Right now, so there's the joint. It's just two 10mm bolts. Put these back in there. Yeah, it's called crxdude.com. I'm gonna try to switch it up again. I didn't really like the way it turned out. I was using this like a dentist, some kind of dentist office template, and it just didn't turn out that good. All right, so we'll go back out to the car here, outside the car. First thing I'm gonna do is remove. Let's see if we can clean this side up a little bit. There's a bunch of gunk on there. When I first started helping my dad on cars, I would just lay in the oil and get all oily and stuff. I thought that was the point. But my dad, he told me, when you're working on cars, the goal is to try to stay as clean as possible. When you go to Mercedes-Benz dealers and BMW, all the techs are all clean. So I try to take the advice, try to stay as clean as possible, but sometimes it's not that easy. Even Honda dealerships, the techs stay clean these days. They're all, for the most part. Sure, there's days when they get really dirty, but try to stay as clean as you can. And this cotter pen, I don't know what. Somebody used a small cotter pen, so it's really in there. It's not one. Let's see. See if I have my pick. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back to that. I was a little bit hesitant to make this video because it is really time consuming. But if you're interested in watching, then continue to watch. So, got this 17 here. back in there so I don't lose them. Alright, next thing we're going to do is come right here and remove these 17 from the radius arms. Again, this is one of those things where you can get it done without probably removing this part, but I just want to get it out of the way. Alright, so sorry my video got cut off. So as you can see, these are like Megan racing coilovers, but the way they installed them, they didn't install them correctly. We got this wear on there that shouldn't have happened. So next thing we are going to do is start on the brake lines. Going to remove the brake line first here, just to pop off the nuts. Let's see, got this 14, or actually that's 12. Pop off the 12 there. Loosen that up. Come to the back 12. Pop that off there. Okay. Extension off. Free. Just put the bolts back in there. I feel like I have boxes and boxes of bolts, so I'm going to try to keep these bolts a little bit more organized. Take out the bottom bolt here at the 17. Upstairs to this 14 here. That off. Okay, move that out the way, put the bolts back. I hope everybody's doing all right out there, taking care of business, taking care of family. Okay, I think these top ones are loose here. It's 14, so should move these guys. Okay, so next thing we'll do is try to pull off the knuckle here. And there are 2 10s on this side holding the line. Let's just remove those guys. The other day I was teaching my kids to change a spare tire, and I wasn't paying attention, and we accidentally cross-threaded one of the lug nuts, so now I gotta change the stud on there. So that's off, and then on the back side here, there's two 17s, caliper. Like I said, probably don't have to remove this, but since I'm taking the whole car apart anyways, I'm just going to remove it. So good. Yeah, I feel like it was important to teach them. The life lesson, they'll remember it when they're older. Instead of just letting them be home on their electronics. So if you're trying to save your caliper, remember to support the line. Next, start down at the bottom and 17 millimeter. So there was a cotter pin on here. I had to like rip it out pretty much because it was too small for the hole, so I just had to rip it out. This guy here. It's off. And the bottom I had no cotter pin, which is not really smart. Right without, some people do it. Wouldn't recommend it. But it doesn't hurt to have that little extra, safety. Make sure the bolt doesn't back itself out. Okay. So that's cool. Bottom joint spread itself. I'm not stressed about getting that apart. Just this guy here in the front. So this way. Okay, so got that guy out. Way there, and like I said, there's other ways to do it. That's just how I do it. You may torch it, you may use a spreader. Alright, so now that we have this off, we can move up to the top. Dang, it's so dirty. I just bought a new box of gloves too from Harbor Freight. I should have used them. Just grease and grease everywhere. Okay, so on the top here, I'm gonna get these 217 millimeter bolts. So I'm gonna set you back here and do that real quick. Just using care not to drop the knuckle on your foot. If you have somebody else available to hold it, might be a good idea. Otherwise, let's loosen one nut, come down, kung fu grip it. You gotta kung fu grip the mushroom tip. Normally it just falls out. That's that. Move that bad boy out the way. And Jesus, wear some gloves when you do this. This is one dirty job. My shop towels go. Garage is such a mess. I don't know where my shop towels are. Alright, so next, let's just do this real quick. Then we can pause the video for a second. So remove the radius arm here. This one's kind of up already. Once you remove the radius arm, that'll be it for this side. You can remove everything else as one unit. We'll leave that there for now. And then the 12s. These are 12s. 12. And then you need something to hold it on the bottom, so another 12 millimeter would be ideal to get the rear sway bar out of the way. Okay. So just remember the order of the bushings and the washers. So let's loosen this up over here, and then it'll just drop down. There we go. That there, and you could WD-40 these or throw some PB Blaster on there. Pre-soak them. That's not supposed to be that tight. I hope I'm not breaking it. It's coming out. Yeah, Jesus. I may have picked the wrong car to do this to. Rusty, so you're going to want to lube that up, clean it off before you go back in. Alright you guys, so we have this one side done. One side done, I'm going to knock out the other side. It's really dark and tight on that side, so I'm not going to film that side. You've already seen this side, so just repeat this side, and then we'll continue in just a little bit here. Okay, so we're back. I got the other side done. Now we're going to remove the whole unit as one here, which is like four 17 millimeter bolts. So I'm going to give you guys the best seats in the house here. We'll come this way. I think you'll be able to see everything. So obviously, you're not going to be able to come from this side. You're going to have to go from underneath. If you still have an engine in your car, you might use a long socket. One thing, another consideration is the rear engine mount. You'll have to remove that. But this video is just to give you an idea of time. It's not really a hard job, but it's just time consuming. If you've never done it before. Okay, so I got the four bolts loose there. So again, they're 17mm bolts. I grab my handy dandy DeWalt. Again, if you have somebody to help support that would be optimal. It's always good to have a helping hand. Okay, that's all she wrote. So we'll pull across the rear subframe, rear cross member out as one unit. And then if you want to, let's see. Bad boy is dirty. Alright, so most of the time when you remove this, you're gonna probably be replacing the steering rack. So just grab your 14s, loosen these up. These will definitely need to be lubed up prior to going back in. All these bolts are really rusty and really really crusty. Okay. Okay. And then what you're going to want to do is going the wrong way. Turn the steering wheel up there. So extend the passenger side all the way out, and then you can pull the rack and pinion out, so you can change it, and then just do the reverse to get it back in there. And again, I always make my videos in hopes that they'll help somebody. I hope this video helps somebody and makes things a little bit easier for their job if they're trying to replace a worn out rack and pinion, or just get the subframe out to replace it, because sometimes these crack, especially you B series and K series guys. Always remember to wash your hands first of all, and then subscribe to the homies Young Static, EF Buddies, John Martin Bryant, EF Garage, Garage Built Hondas, Honda Street Garage, and everybody else out there. Lazy Man Garage, shout out to him. Keep the EFs on the road. Peace.